Hi, and welcome to Paper Root Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm playing along with Ginger over on Ginger's Corner, turning scraps into embellishments. All right, friends, so today we are joining in with Ginger and her friends again on the Scraps to Embellishment year-long hop, where Ginger and a bunch of her scrappy friends are getting together and taking scraps of cardstock and scraps of patterned paper and making beautiful embellishments. If that's the kind of video that interests you, I highly encourage you to go over to Ginger's Corner on YouTube and check out the playlist. I will link it below. And as well as the contributors to this hop, because they all are fabulous at taking scraps and making beautiful things with them. So today we are going into a mini swap. Mini swaps are you make 4 of the same embellishment, 5 if you want to keep one for yourself. And you send those 4 embellishments off to your captain. Your captain swaps them out and sends you back 4 totally different embellishments from the other people on your team. And it's a really great way to use up your scraps and share your creativity with friends. It's also super nice to get happy mail always, right? It's always fun to open that envelope and see what everybody else made. And there's also the main swap, which is 10 items. You send 10 to the captain, you get 10 back that are totally different from all the people on your team. And that happens monthly. And then there are some special swaps, tags, doilies, cards, a number of different things. So there's really something for everyone over there. Go over to Ginger's Corner on Facebook and check it out if you are at all interested in something like that. We have swaps in the US, of course, Canada, parts of Europe, and Australia and New Zealand. So feel free to jump in if you feel like this is something you might enjoy. So I think that's my whole spiel for today. Here is what we're doing. This week our swap is called Give a Hoot. It was actually my idea, which is super exciting because we captains get to brainstorm every, I don't know, 3 or 4 months and brainstorm ideas, and this was one of my ideas. So Ginger put it up, and sign up for this particular swap is going to be November 10th. And so you would go on to Ginger's Corner, find the sign up post on the 10th, and put your name down, what country you're from, and then you'll be put on a team. And you have 5 days to create your embellishments, and you have to mail them to your captain by November 15th. Okay, so this one, Give a Hoot, is anything with an owl. So I made this little owl for the Yora Hoot swap, and all I did was I went into my Cricut design space and I cut out the pieces for the little owl using some cardstock scraps, and I'm going to put one together with you guys. So the first thing I'm going to do is line up all of my what do you call it, brown pieces first, to make sure that they're all gonna line up for me before I stick them down onto the background. Now, this is not the best quality of cardstock that I have here, so it didn't cut perfectly well. I'm going to tear this one off a bit and just, I don't like to throw it away if I don't have to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to like do a little bit of surgery on him. And sometimes that happens. Different, like this was probably a really cheap cardstock, it looks like. It feels a little iffy. All right, so we'll get rid of those. So I have that piece. This is garbage. And then we have this guy. Okay. So here we go. This little owl piece, I'm going to ink the edges in this brushed corduroy distress ink from Tim Holtz. And I will use this on the different layers as we put it together. So this is the top layer, so I'm going to go ink that one first. Maybe a little bit of the inside of the eyeballs too. And then I will get some glue on the back of that top layer and get that one on first. I usually work from the bottom up, but I found the first time I put this together, it did not go well. This guy looks fine, but the other one, not so much. So that's probably the one I'll keep, but okay, so there we go. So I've got those layered up, and I will ink around the edges again just to make sure that any of the lighter ink, lighter cardstock will get kind of like hidden, I guess, by the same ink color. And then we're going to put it on top of this one, and again we'll line it up top to bottom because that's how this one goes together. And then I will again add some ink to these little wings because that's the darker brown part that sticks out. And see, even though I had to cut those, and if you look really closely, they're not super perfect, right? But when you put them into a layout, nobody's gonna look that closely. Okay, so then I'm just gonna put this guy, this handsome fella, this wise old owl, onto here. Now, owl layout ideas, let me tell you, I have some because I did a little bit of a webinar for my store using some owl paper, and we did empty nesting. It was a good one. We had one about moving into a place, so like creating your nest. We did You're a Hoot. We did Wise Old Owl. Owls are great for things like, what do you call, like graduation photos or school photos. Owls are great for their woodland creatures, so anything like outdoorsy, they could go with that. They also are very prominent in like fall themed stuff, so they go really nicely on like Halloween layouts, or if you're doing something about leaves, they fit really nicely into that. Then there's also the night owl, so if you have somebody in your scrapbooks who likes to be up late at night, that would be a perfect one for them. So there's all kinds of ways to use that. Also, if you type in owl puns into a search engine, you get actually quite a few results. I will always love you, you know. So that is my imperfectly cut owl. This is how I dressed up the last one, is I colored in the parts that didn't want to get cut out. So either way works. Last step, I'm just going to put my glue back together. And this video is going to take some editing because I have dry throat. I keep coughing on you. Okay. So I like to put the name of the swap. So Give a Hoot is the name of the swap. And then I like to put my name and the year so that when somebody goes to use it, they remember who made it. So those are my little owls. These are what's going to go into my swap. I'll make the other ones off camera and have them ready for our upcoming swap next week. Okay. Yeah, if you are interested in this kind of video, everybody does things differently. Not everybody has a Cricut. Some people have die cut machines. Some people use stamps. Some people use leftover scrap paper layers and embellishments and that sort of thing, and they build little clusters. So definitely go check it out. There's lots of different ways to do this, and Ginger's rule is there is no wrong way. So make sure to go see what other people are doing. Maybe you'll get some great ideas. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you being here. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Bye for now.